when we're working with columned type, we can get pretty detailed in how we set the type in according to the space around it, the justification, and how the type interacts with that alignment along the left-right justification. One of those things that happens when we do that is when we've applied justification, but we have punctuation characters along the side, we get what appears to be little dips in the justification. Sometimes they're very minor, sometimes they can actually appear more pronounced. For example, over here, this is landing on the end of a line at the top of the column, so we see that little dip. It's basically an aspect of negative space, and it's just really just messing with the eye. But this isn't as clean a justification as we can get. So there's a great feature in InDesign that allows us to adjust all of that. So in this case, I'm going to do a select all. I'm just going to select all in my content. I got my cursor live and did Command A. And that's selecting all of the content, but I'm doing that so that we can see the difference. You may not want to do a full select. You may be applying this in just portions of the content depending on how everything's landing, because what this does is change the structure of the type. It will move content, maybe flow it to another page. What we're going to do, we're going to go to the type menu and choose story. And that's going to allow us to turn on optical margin alignment. So watch what happens when I do this. We see some type move. We see things travel a bit. And that's because there's some space being adjusted in order to move that punctuation out to the edges of the alignment. So I'll just go back and we can see how that's changed. Now you can see that this punctuation and this comma, this semicolon, and the comma here have been set outside of the type frame in order to optically accommodate or take up that space. So that cleans up the alignment. This becomes very useful in magazine design, and of course it's effective in laying out a novel. However, it does move the content, so we have to use it pretty carefully. We've lost one line over here, so we have some content here that was well typeset. We turned story on and we lost one line, so we might have to make some adjustments. We may have to even choose the lesser of two evils in this case and turn story off for maybe a couple of paragraphs, maybe the entire set. But overall, it's a great thing to know about and use because it really does clean up that justification. And again, it was just selecting. So I'm going to turn it off on everything for a moment. And it was selecting the content where you'd like to do it. So if I would like to do it only on this area, I can select just that, go to type and story, that's where it's found, and turn on optical margin alignment there.